Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. Next up is the Venom shotgun. It is as you can see just from the aesthetic, a Salarian shotgun. It was added to the single player with the Groundside Resistance DLC. It is exclusive to the single player. And this is a shotgun that fires explosive projectiles and can also be charged. So it's a unique shotgun. It's a tri-barrel shotgun with the underbarrel designed to shoot micro grenades according to the description. To compare it to the katana, it weighs more, same capacity, greater fire rate, just slightly, much greater damage, and it's far more accurate. Okay, let us try this thing out. Never fired it before. Very small magazine and just reserve ammunition. So point blank range from the hip. Huh. Definitely fires a explosive projectile. Interesting. Let's fire just on the sights real quick. It's the same. There's no appreciable difference. Let's fire at short range. We are getting a spread here. This does not have perfect accuracy when fired from the hip. Now we'll sight it. Sighting it does seem to make a difference. Shoot it a few more times at short. It seems to have perfect accuracy at short range when sighted. Try mid-range. Very noticeable spread at this point, to the point that we are missing our target when firing from the hip. At times. Being an explosive weapon, I would imagine there's no real point for firing at the head. But as you can see, random spread at mid, it is definitely noticeable. Now firing from the hip, or rather down the sights. Still getting a spread, but it's a lot tighter than firing from the hip. We have an arc here as well. And then firing with the sights. Want to aim a bit high here. There's a definite arc to this projectile. Sights definitely seem to help significantly. And now, very long range. Yeah, see, I compensated. I wasn't too low. That time it actually overshot the target. So we definitely have a very pronounced random spread when firing from the hip. Yeah. Even down the sights, we have a random spread there, but it does seem to be an improvement. So with this weapon, I would just fire from the hip at point blank and short. Beyond that, I would fire down the sights, and I would aim a little high, especially at long and very long range. It's still very effective down the sights at mid and long range. You're getting a fairly pronounced random spread at very long range, as you can see. Though our shots are generally still on target. And being an explosive weapon, I would imagine, I haven't confirmed this yet in live fire, but I would imagine that you just want to aim for center mass. There's not a lot of point in firing for the head. Let's throw in a choke, see if there's an improvement. So point blank range. It was perfectly accurate, so not a lot of point there. Now short range. Maybe a slight difference on the hip, but not very pronounced. Still getting that random spread at mid-range from the hip. Maybe a little better with the sights. Not seeing a huge difference yet again. Still getting that random spread. Maybe a slight difference when sighted. Okay, now very long from the hip. Still getting a random spread there, and now with the sights. Maybe a bit of a difference. So the choke, I don't really see making a significant difference to the hip. It's still really just point blank and short. at mid to very long, I would say it's making a bit of a difference to sighting the weapon. But whether or not it's strictly necessary, I couldn't say. I really don't think it's necessary for mid or long. We seem to be getting a more consistent shot, though, at very long. So maybe if you want to use this weapon at very long range sighted, you could throw in the choke, but otherwise I don't think I would bother. Now let's actually see what happens when we charge the weapon. Here. Oh! Well, that is a pretty cool weapon, I have to say. Let's just shoot our targets randomly. Will they shoot back at me? Yeah, they will. Okay, so I'll have to test this more in live fire, but it would seem like you might want to actually shoot in front of your opponent and bounce them towards them. And you can do the double shot thing. It looks like you want to actually shoot in front of your opponent and then have the grenades hit them. Otherwise, you shoot off of a surface and it will bounce that way. It's just kind of equal opposite reaction. Wherever you shot, it'll go the opposite direction. So if I shoot off a wall, it goes this way. If I shoot off the ceiling, it goes down. If I shoot directly on the floor where I'm standing, it kind of goes up. Alright guys, I think that's basically it. Thanks guys for watching, stay tuned for more. Please like the video if you liked it, please sub if you'd like to see more. Leave comments and feedback, ask questions, I'll get back to you, and have a good one.